Hey everyone, it's Christine. Welcome to my channel. I'm an intuitive spiritual coach helping people reconnect to their true soul being and to reestablish their trauma after foundation. Today we are talking about the spiritual meaning of thunderstorms. I know. I did not feel guided to do this at all. I was actually very much nudged by my own spirit guides, by my own spiritual team. I was sitting one day outside several weeks ago and it was storming, and I was just quietly contemplating, and I heard record this, and I was like, why? I don't want to record this. It's just rain, it's a storm. And I just kept getting messages. You have to talk about this. And I resisted. I'm like, what the hell? It's just so weird, so odd. It's not something I've ever done, but I intuitively got four things whenever storms come. And you'll know, because I even asked, sometimes in some places it storms a lot. How do you know it's just not a general storm? And I heard it's something you will know, and it'll match up to the people around you. So let's dive into one. The first meaning of a spiritual storm, I should say the first spiritual meaning, is clearing away the old. And I got that this is very much an emotional release, but it's clearing away the old in the way that we think, in the way that we talk to ourselves, our patterns. It's really re-examining and reassessing the way that our inner world is reflective and reflecting the outside and of the outside. It's about breaking down things that are no longer serving us, especially in the way that we think and how we may self-sabotage. So this really connects to self. Water is an element of thunderstorms. And so it's very emotional. And I feel like for those in which this may really tap into their energy and really make them, kind of provoke them to really pay attention, it's for people that especially do not connect well with their emotions or feelings. Because there's almost something melancholy and a little bit sad when you see a thunderstorm. It's peaceful, but at the same time, it's like the earth, Mother Earth is crying. In the same vein, that energy is trying to interweave itself into you as well. There's something to release there. It's also something to surrender in terms of clearing away the old, or something you may need to release, but you're having trouble letting go. And so that comes into question, or rather calls into question, control issue. And so all of this is meant to simply help you not just reset your mind frame. And again, it sounds easier said than done, like you can do it in 10 minutes that perhaps a storm occurs in, but it's something that is giving you an indication, like it's time to clear away the old. It's time to really reassess how you think, the way you talk to yourself, the belief patterns that you have, and to let go and to surrender, because something is trying to clear away, and obviously that leads to something new that's trying to come in. The second aspect, or I should say the second meaning for thunderstorms, includes quick changes are coming. Just as fast as a thunderstorm comes in, it leaves just as quickly. Depending on where you are in the world, I'm in North Texas in the United States, some of the storms come in very quickly. Sometimes we'll hear sirens and there's tornadoes, and after 15 minutes or so, not always, it's sunny again. And thunderstorms, they take into account so many factors, so many variables in our environment, in the air, wind, and whatnot. I am not a meteorologist, but I know there's a lot of things that come into play and that work together to create different types of storms and the severity and the magnitude. And one of the messages that I got was that it could be like an alert for you that a lot of changes are coming in a particular area of life which may not be 100% stable, or in which you're seeking transition or doubts or have questions about. You will know. I kept hearing from my guides, you will know when this happens. You're going to feel it. The third meaning for the spiritual meaning for thunderstorms are warnings. They're like harbingers of things to come. And I asked, is this always bad or good? Not necessarily. It's almost like an alert system, like similar to sirens, right? When there's tornadoes, or even in other places that have nothing to do with the weather, or missiles or bombs, you hear sirens to alert you of impending danger. Similar to that way, when storms come in, be careful of those around you. I first got with people. Be careful of those around you. I'm not talking about people you don't really connect to, but people in your inner circle bubble, because of potential deception of something that may not be going in an honest way, of people that may be trying to deceive you, but it's not always in the way that we think. And this ties in with who you trust. And so I immediately got, this has nothing to do with strangers or people that you don't talk to on a regular basis. Sometimes this can mean that those around you are not being 100% genuine or honest with you. And this could come from a variety of reasons. I'm getting like jealousy, envy, people that pretend to support you but don't. This is on the people front. Another warning storms may bring is of not just changes, which I talked about for the spiritual meeting number 2, but of potential challenges that may arise. But these were more short-lived. They weren't things that were going to cause enormous stress, but things that more tested your ability to go through them, almost like a test of resilience. And so they weren't things like impending danger of a medical illness or diagnosis that would last for months or years. No, these are just short-lived things to be aware, almost like bumps in the road, almost like someone putting a nail and you get a flat tire, that type. Not that flat tires are fun, but it's something that it sucks, but it tests you. You have to go out and either make an appointment or get a new tire or whatever. It's that similar energy. And finally, the last message I got about thunderstorms was about self-care. And this really tied in about clearing away the old and your emotional integrity and management. There's something about having to increase and invest more into your emotional and mental, psychological self-care, especially taking care of, and this was something new I learned this term, tending to your own garden, to your inner world. For some, this may be a sign that more work is needed, and that could include inner child work, shadow work, whatever is needed. There's so many different modalities, but a little bit more work, or I should say more work is needed. Whether it's a little bit or a lot, that'll be relative and depend on your situation. And I want to say, I know some of these may be like, what the hell? And I just quickly want to say, again, this was something I did not intend to do. I don't have the compelling feeling to do any videos about spiritual meanings of storms or anything, but I felt very much pushed to do this by my guides, and I even recorded the storm during which this happened, and I quickly jotted down all the information that I got. So I hope this could be helpful for someone. Tap into the energy, just take a breath, get yourself into a calm, grounded state, and just see if there's anything that you need to receive during times of storms. So I hope this helps someone out there. Thank you for taking the time to be here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the thumbs up button, and I will see you soon. Take care.